What's up, everybody? Kafka here, and that was the intro to a Fireball build. Fireball is doing some work. Not as good as Frozen Orb, but it is still a fun build to play, and it's actually a lot harder to play than Frozen Orb for sure. There's a couple things that you'll notice when we go through this 95 pit that make it a lot more difficult than playing the Frozen Orb build. Because with this build, you don't freeze the enemies, you immobilize them, which is a little bit different. You know, immobilize is good because if you have Devouring Blaze, and you definitely will in this build, but if you have the Devouring Blaze neck piece, you do way more damage. If you had a GA Devouring Blaze neck piece, this build would be a lot stronger. You'd see some bigger crits. But we're not running with that. We're running with Glass Cannon because we don't have one yet. But this build could do some work. Like, you can see the damage it's putting out. It hits fast, but you do have to play a certain distance to get maximum DPS. You have to be about, like, I don't know, maybe like 4 characters length away from the character, or you won't do as much DPS. It's kind of wild. So, like right here, I'm trying to show you guys. I'll show you on the boss for sure. But it is a little bit different than a normal like Frozen Orb build that you normally see, or even like an Ice Shards build. Man, but I'll tell you what, this build would be insanely better. I don't know if anyone watched my last video, but I talked about allowing the Sorc to have the two-handed staff on their back, and you get an aspect, a two-handed aspect with the one-handed. That would make the Sorc so much better. You know, obviously these buffs didn't do a lot to the builds because they just weren't that great. But if they gave us another slot, another weapon slot, like the Barb has so many weapons. They got 4 weapons. It's absolutely insane. Like, are you kidding me? We need more weapons. We just need a two-handed weapon. You put the staff, a Lamesson on here. It literally fixes the Sorc, makes like every build better. Not just this build, makes charge bolts better as well, because you could use that staff and one-handed and focus. It would just be such a good change for it, man. I swear. So this current build is not fully baked out yet. I didn't finish masterworking on it. I wanted to, but I'm glad I didn't, because pits are a bit easier now. They're less health on the mobs, so that makes it nice to farm the pits, I guess. The one thing I do like about the Fireball build is you don't have to. Unless you're in the pits, you don't have to use Unlimited Flame Shield. I feel like this is the only area you do. Like, you could use Temerity with a nice chest with like armor and health and mana per second on it, and it actually would be a lot of fun to just like farm the pits, or farm the Hell Tides, or a Nightmare Dungeon or something like that. You know, I think that would be like, this would be a good build to do that with, and I'll probably do that a lot. This will probably be my Hell Tide farmer, because one, he needs to get his rep up so I could get the rewards for the season. I didn't get the rewards yet for this guy. But it is pretty cool. It's a cool build. Let me show you on the distance thing. I was telling you how the distance has to be right. Oh, don't be the Den Mother. Oh my gosh, I hate the Den Mother. Den Mother's the worst. He goes right up to me too, so I can't really show you guys too well. But to maximize distance, you need to be like, yeah, this is pretty good right here. That's a pretty good distance to be at. Now he's gonna disappear. We love it. Not. See, look at that. Flame shield's down for 6 seconds. That's scary. And you also need to be max health in this build too, because you do more damage when you have max health. Oh, no, die. Don't die. Okay, that's fine. We know the Den Mother's like the hardest freaking boss. Even for my Frozen Orb build, it's pretty hard. So we'll take them out now. That's the distance right there you want to be at. Maybe a little bit back even. It's just hard because this guy like runs up on you. He loves to run up on you. Okay, leave me alone. See, it could pump, man. It could pump. Oh my gosh. Did he disappear again? What, is he gonna come back and die? Wow. I'm telling you. Tip, baby. That's the fireball build. Like I said, it probably could do 1.5 to 110. Fun build. Like, I'm gonna be playing it a lot when I'm not doing pits, for sure. So let me show you guys the build. I also want to show you the 2 pieces of gear I got to switch out. But I went full crit on this build, and it seems to be working pretty good. I do have the Shaco, the Flame Shield chest with Lucky Hit. Lucky Hit just for the extra mana, because I get Lucky Hit on my ring, and I get Lucky Hit here. So this is a good chest. I use this on my Frozen Ore build too, so it's kind of nice. I didn't have to upgrade things to 12 twice. And then this is the Gloves of Illuminator, where it has 7 to Fireball, which is not maxed out yet. Hopefully it goes to 8. That'd be freaking fantastic. 2 GAs on it. They did buff this as well. This is the pants I use on my Frozen Orb. This is Flame Shield Duration, which is really good. And it's 12 out of 12. Very good item. All intelligence in the gems. Look at my intelligence. 1791. We do have Esu's Heirloom. Esu's Heirlooms are just so good this season, man. I didn't even mess with any other boots because I don't want to upgrade anything to 12 because I know this will probably be better. Movement speed's crazy on it. Mana cost reduction. The weapons aren't maxed out yet. You should always try to go for chance for Fireball. You want to cast as many Fireballs as possible, so get chance to Fireball if you can. Esu's Ferocity on it. This is Storm Swell, which I need to play around Conceited because I don't do that much vulnerable damage anyways. It's almost like get rid of vulnerable completely. It might not even, you need a little bit of vulnerable, but you don't need a ton. So, but it still does work. Storm Swell, it's doing pretty good. Cooldown reduction is the most important thing on this. And then Fireball, cast twice. And then Crit Strike, I actually got Crit Strike from making a rogue, and putting Crit Strike on this is a temper as well on both these items. We got Ring of Scarlet Skies. This is really important for mana. I don't even know if this build could be a thing without this. So, and then it just got buffed too, so it's pretty good. And then a ring, which I would like the ring to have GAs on the attack or crit damage, but my crit is like 83%, so it's really good. It's like pretty solid. And then I was talking about this neck is really good, man. It's good. It's got glass cannon on it, ranks of 5. But if it was Devouring Blaze, it'd be so much better. Flame Shield Duration, you want to get Meteor on here. Oh yeah, I put Accelerating on the ring, but Meteor on the Meteor and Fireball increase damage when you're healthy to 120%. And this is where a lot of the damage comes from this build. So we don't have max armor. We haven't had any issues really with it too much, because pretty much if you get one shot, you get one shot anyways. But here's the attack speed bonus, which goes up about 75% when I'm fighting. So that's much higher. Crit chance goes up 83. And then I'm not maxed out on this ring yet. I'm not maxed out here yet. So I will get more crit chance. Crit damage, almost 1100. Vulnerable. 211, not a big deal. I do have damage to elites. It's another damage bucket. Damage to cores, another damage bucket. Damage to close, damage to stun. So if you get a little bit in each of these, it does help with damage. I was playing around with that a little bit, but I think crit damage is the most important thing for this build. I wish I would have got it on my neck, but I did not. So that's that. Let's go into the skills. I'm using Ice Blades for the cooldown. I'm using Firebolt Enchant because I don't want to use Hydra like I do in Frozen Orb. Because Frozen Orb just automatically casts it for you. This doesn't, so I like using Firebolt Enchant. I would probably use, yeah, like I was saying, if you're gonna just farm not the pits, you just use Fireball and Firebolt. So Lightning Spear for extra vulnerable, Flame Shield, obviously, Ice Armor, the Barrier, Teleport, Fireball, and Ice Blades. This is the skills. So you go Firebolt, into Fireball, Destructive Fireball, Elemental Dominance, which this is actually really good in a couple builds, because if you have mana per second and you have Fireball, you're full mana quite often, which is pretty cool. Glass Cannon's so high. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Oh man, 48x damage. You could put a Raymond's on here too and get actually another 4. So you could get, oh my gosh, you could get another 24 damage on it. That's crazy. It's so hard. I tried to play it with Raymond's, but the Flame Shield's really low duration when you don't have the extra ranks from the chest. So, and then you lose the temper as well. So there's the Elemental Attunement. You do need Summon Ice Blades. I do like Invoke Lightning Spear just for some extra security. Conjure Mastery, because you do have a decent amount up when you're casting Ice Blades, so that helps. Mana Shield, Protection. And then you need Inner Flames, Devouring Blaze, and Crippling Flames. And then you do want Endless Fire, and you do want Soul Fire as well, and then Essu's Ferocity. So that's that. The glyphs that I'm using are right here. So we are using Tactician, Elementalist, and we do go to Searing Heat for the extra 30% damage. I was going here, but you do more damage if you actually get damage to Elite. So I'll show you where I did that. Pyromaniac is right here. Enchanta, some extra Vol damage. Destruction. And then this is where I get the extra damage to elites, which is bosses 2, Exploit, and Flame Feeder. That's the build. That is the Fireball build. Like, tell me what you think in the comments. Like, you know, I wish it was like right there with Frozen Orb, but Frozen Orb's right here, and it's like right here. Like, I think I could get 120 pit. This could probably get 110 when it's all mixed out. I did get a 105 in on this build, so it's not bad. It's not bad. It's a good build. Check it out. If you want to see the full build, the link's in the description. I really appreciate you guys watching. Make sure to like and subscribe to Kafka, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you.